This $31 billion hole that just opened up in the housing market is probably the biggest opportunity for property investors right now. Chinese investment into Australian housing has fallen by almost $32 billion a decade ago to just $1 billion today. That's $31 billion in drop. Now, most people will hear that and think that it's great news. Less foreign investment means, more homes for Australians, right? Not necessarily. And this is where the housing debate gets really interesting because the real question isn't whether foreign investment is good or bad. The real question is who is going to fund Australia's housing shortage. According to the latest figures, then total investment in Australian residential property has fallen by approximately 72 billion at its peak to just 4.7 billion today. That's a massive reduction in capital flowing into the Australian market. Now, here is what most people don't realize. Foreign investors generally can't buy established properties. They're largely restricted to buying new properties and new developments. That means a lot of this money was not competing with everyday Australians for existing homes. It was helping fund new existing house supply. And that's important because Australia already has a supply problem. We have strong growth or population growth, strong migration, rising rents with vacancy rates at historic low. And we have government talking about building 1.2 million homes over the next 5 years. Homes don't get just built because politicians make announcements. Homes get built because someone funds them. And 10 years ago, Chinese investors were contributing heavily, 32 billion into Australian housing. Now, the problem is who is going to replace that money? Because if foreign investors are investing less and local investors are being discouraged, through higher taxes or land tax changes and lending restrictions and ongoing policy uncertainty, where is the capital going to come from? And this is why I've always said that housing crisis isn't just really a demand problem, it's actually a supply problem. And the supply is ultimately a funding problem. Whether the money comes from foreign investors or local investors or institutional investing or developers, someone needs to take that risk and fund the housing supply. The housing supply that Australia desperately needs. The bigger takeaway for investors is pay attention to the policy. If Australia continues to underbuild housing while population growth remains strong, the laws of supply and demand don't just disappear. The shortage of housing today becomes bigger shortage for tomorrow. Think about it. If we need 1.2 million homes over the next 5 years and we are already struggling to meet the demand, the supply target, where do you think that the rents are heading? Where do you think that the vacancy rates are heading? And where do you think that the competition for quality housing is heading? This is why I believe investors should be looking beyond the headlines. The opportunity isn't in trying to predict RBA's interest rate predictions. The opportunity is in understanding the long-term supply story. Because the investors who position themselves today could be the ones benefiting from the rising rents, strong cash flow, and increasing property values over the next decades. And that's why I continue to focus on assets that combine capital growth with cash flow. Properties that benefit from increasing rental demand, properties that help solve the housing shortage rather than simply speculating on it. Because if supply continues to lag behind, the rental demand could go through the roof in coming years. And when that happens, well-positioned investors, the astute investors, won't just own property. They will own an increasingly scarce asset in a market where more Australians are competing for fewer homes. We're talking about business of property. That's the opportunity. And that's why I believe that the next few years could be some of the most important years for property investors in Australia. Now, if you are ready to take the next steps, click in the link below and book in a strategy session with me or my team, and I'll show you where to invest, what to invest, what are the suburbs where investor activity is going to go crazy in the next coming weeks and months. Now, if you found this video valuable, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, you save the video for you to come back and listen to, you share it with your friends and family. Every week, I share property updates, market insights, market strategies designed to help Australians build wealth through property and avoid costly mistakes. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.